In the dense woods of Mount Hood National Forest, the mysterious disappearance of Gerren Kirk left many unanswered questions. On December 3rd of 2014, Gerren, a seasoned outdoorsman, ventured alone into the forest for a routine hike. Unknown to his family and friends at the time, this trip would be unlike any other. It wasn't until 2018 that hikers stumbled upon a wallet and human remains in a remote ravine, sparking a renewed interest in his case. Finally, in June of 2022, these remains were confirmed to be Gerrens, providing some closure to the haunting mystery that lingered for years. Gerren Kirk was not just an avid hiker, but a devoted father and a student with aspirations. His love for the outdoors was paralleled by his commitment to furthering his education and providing for his daughter. Despite his familiarity with the wilderness of Oregon, the forest that had been his retreat would also cloud his fate in mystery. Gerren Kirk was a 31-year-old man from Milwaukee, Oregon, with a life that balanced between his roles as a father, student, and outdoor enthusiast. He had spent several years in Arizona working in admissions for the University of Phoenix before returning to his hometown. There, he re-enrolled in school at Portland Community College and had just completed his first term of online courses with National University. Gerren was driven, aiming to complete his bachelor's degree and eventually pursue a master's. As a father, Gerren shared joint custody of his 5-year-old daughter, Gabriella. His commitment to his daughter was deep, mirroring the dedication he showed in every aspect of his life. Gerren's passion for the outdoors was well known among his friends and family. He was particularly drawn to the sprawling, rugged landscapes of Mount Hood National Forest, a place he had explored numerous times. His extensive experience in hiking and camping in these woods made him familiar with its trails and terrain. The familiarity makes his mysterious disappearance all the more perplexing, as he was well versed in the skills needed to navigate such challenging environments. On the chilly morning of December 3rd, 2014, Gerren Kirk set out for what was supposed to be a routine 3-day hike in the familiar terrains of Mount Hood. He planned to return by December 6th. Unlike his previous trips, this time Gerren did not leave a detailed itinerary with his family, a decision that would later shroud his disappearance in mystery. Gerren's absence was first noted when he failed to return home as expected. Concern grew quickly among his family members, who realized they had no specific details about his planned route or exact destinations within the vast forest. The situation escalated when his gold Pontiac Grand Am was found abandoned at Frog Lake Campground, which served as his starting point. The vehicle, parked undisturbed, offered no clues, deepening the worry for his safety. The discovery of his car prompted immediate action. Family members contacted authorities, leading to a flurry of activity as search and rescue teams prepared to scour the area. The initial reaction was a mix of urgency and confusion. Searchers faced the daunting task of piecing together Gerren's possible movements in the extensive wilderness without a clear trail to follow. This lack of information would profoundly complicate the search efforts and amplify the mystery surrounding his disappearance. The full-scale search for Gerren began on December 8th of 2014, a day after his abandoned vehicle was located at Frog Lake Campground. This delay was crucial. The time lost could have allowed for significant changes in weather or his situation. The challenge was not just a ticking clock, but also the vast and variable terrain of Mount Hood National Forest, known for its dense woods and steep ravines, which could hide any number of secrets. This included teams from Pacific Northwest Search and Rescue, Mountain Wave Emergency Communications, and various county sheriff's search and rescue squads. The community response was overwhelming, with around 170 volunteers participating, demonstrating the urgency and community concern for Gerren. The search teams employed every tool at their disposal. Sniffer dogs were brought in, attempting to trace Gerren's scent through the forest. Infrared cameras mounted on aircraft swept the area, looking for heat signatures that could indicate his presence. Despite these advanced technologies, the rugged and sprawling nature of the landscape posed a significant obstacle. Conditions during the search added to the difficulties. The area experienced unusually damp weather and temperature that hovered just above freezing, with low snow levels that should have aided visibility, but instead contributed to the harsh conditions. After an intense week of searching that tested the resolve of everyone involved, the official search was reluctantly called off on December 15th of 2014. No significant clues had been uncovered, and Gerren remained lost to the shadowy depths of the forest, leaving behind questions that the misty terrain of Mount Hood seemed unwilling to surrender. 4 years after Gerren Kirk mysteriously vanished, a group of hikers made a startling discovery in a secluded ravine only about a mile from where his journey began. Among the scattered leaves and debris, they found a wallet. Inside was Garrett's driver's license, a haunting clue that linked directly to him. Near the wallet, there were also human remains, raising both hope and heartache for those who had been waiting for any news for years. The process to confirm that these remains were indeed Gerrens was painstaking. DNA samples were collected and analyzed, a procedure that extended over several years. Finally, in June of 2022, the results confirmed the remains belonged to Gerren. This official identification brought a complex mix of relief and profound sorrow to his family and the community that had supported the search efforts. The community felt a deep sense of loss mixed with closure as the mystery of Gerren's disappearance found some form of conclusion, albeit a tragic one. The place he loved, the wilderness of Mount Hood, had kept its secret for years, only revealing it bit by bit to those who tread its paths. Confirmation of Gerren Kirk's death was met with a wave of grief from his family. They experienced a bittersweet closure, relieved to finally have answers, but devastated by the loss. The resolution brought them a painful peace, ending years of agonizing uncertainty. Reflecting on the search efforts, the family expressed gratitude toward the volunteers and agencies involved, recognizing the extensive efforts made to find Gerren. They also acknowledged the complexities and challenges of such searches, emphasizing the importance of preparation and clear communication. From this experience, key safety messages and advice have emerged for future hikers. The family, along with search agencies, strongly advocate for leaving detailed plans with someone before heading into the wilderness. They stress the importance of being prepared with proper gear and knowledge of the terrain, as well as the necessity of understanding weather conditions, which can change rapidly and unpredictably. Gerren Kirk's story is a reminder of the mysteries and dangers that can lurk in the beauty of our natural landscapes. His disappearance and the eventual discovery of his remains highlighted both the vulnerability of even the most experienced hikers and the relentless unpredictability of nature. The closure provided by the identification of his remains brought a profound sense of finality to his loved ones and the community. This tragic event underscores the critical need for preparedness and caution in wilderness adventures, ensuring that the memory of Gerren Kirk serves as a guiding lesson for all who venture into the great outdoors.